Hello and welcome to our reclaimed serving tray tutorial. This is to go with the kits that hopefully you've purchased on our website. If not, head over to our website to purchase yours. Your kit will include the basic materials to get going to make your reclaimed serving tray. As well as the things included in your kit, you will also need a hammer, a cloth for oiling, a mask for sanding, a sanding block, which is optional, and a screwdriver or a drill. Okay, let's get going. The first thing that you need to do is decide which side of the board you want to be the top of your tray, so the side that you will see. Once you've decided that, the top side needs to be facing the table. Okay. Then you're going to take your two smaller pieces and you're going to pop them underneath your three boards. Okay. Now you've done that, take your wood glue and you're going to work one end at a time. Apply some wood glue to the end board. Place it down so it's flush with the end and the sides. And then you're going to take your nails and using your hammer, you're going to hold your nail to knock in first. Just keep checking that it's nice and flush on the sides and the end while you're hammering it. Okay, and then you're gonna, like that. So you're gonna need about 4 nails per board. So you should continue to do the other 2 boards so it's nice and flush at the ends and the sides. So now you've attached one end. You're going to do the same at the other by applying your glue and then taking your nails and putting 4 into each. Remember to keep your boards so they're nice and tight. Hold your nail to start. Keep checking that it's flush at each edge. And then once your nail's in a little bit, continue to put it in. If you do find that your nails bend, then you can use a pair of pliers or you can use the claw of your hammer to pull them out. So now you've got your 4 nails in each end of each board and it's looking nice and flush. Now it's time to sand it. So take your mask and put your mask on and then use your sandpaper from your kit and sand the back. Remember your sanding block, which is optional if you want to use one of those. This is literally just a scrap piece of wood. The sanding blocks are quite good if you want to use it to round off any edges. So they're good on the ends and the corners, so use that if you want to, but it's not necessary, so don't feel you have to use it. Do your back, flip it over, do your sides. Remember your kits have been sanded once, so this is more of a finishing sand. So it's your chance to make it look how you really want it to look. So sand as much or as little as you like, and then we'll come back for the next stage. So now you've finished sanding and it's nice and smooth and hopefully how you want it to look. We're going to take your food board oil, which you'll find in your kit in a jam jar, and we're going to apply it to the board. Now sometimes you can actually put your handles on before you oil it, so do that if you want to. You just have to skip ahead and then come back again. So take your cloth, or you can apply this with a paintbrush as well if you want. Pour some of the oil onto your board and rub it in a sort of circular motion, okay? So this is like a food hygiene antibacterial oil that we're using. You can also get like chopping board oils and stuff like that from places like Dunelm, and also on Amazon and other internet sites. If you just Google it if you want to do another project. If you did find that your board is feeling a bit dry after a couple of weeks, then you can just actually put a bit of olive oil on it as well, and that'll be fine. So you don't need a lot of this. It does go really far, the little bit that you do use. So coat it front and back. As with all of our food boards, we don't recommend that you put food directly onto these boards. So although it's an antibacterial oil, we do recommend that you use like a grease-proof paper or something before you put food onto it. Okay, so continue to oil on the top and underneath, and then we'll leave it a little while to dry, and then we'll come back and put the handles on. Okay? So now you've oiled your board and you've left it to dry. So all the oil should be soaked in. It should have completely changed your board, so you can really see the grain of the wood now. Now we're going to attach your handles. Now I do this by eye, but you can use a ruler or a tape measure if you want to. So go and grab one of those if you want to measure it up. So what you're going to do is place your handles where you want them. So you might want them close in on the outside. I usually put mine quite central on these end boards. Okay, today I'm going to use a drill, but you can also use a screwdriver if you want to. The screws are in your pack. If you do find that you'll find it a bit stiff to get in, then what you could do is use one of the panel pins that you've got in your pack. Use that first, and with the hammer just knock it in to make a little hole, and that will aid your screw going in with the screwdriver then. Okay, so you're gonna place your handles where you want them, and then attach your screws. Now I usually do one top one and one bottom one first, because then that will stop it from spinning. So do one in the top, one in the bottom, and then your last two. Okay, so once you've done that side, do the other side exactly the same, and then have a look at your board. We'll be back to show you ours. So now you've attached both handles, your tray should be complete. So it should now look like this, back and front. Okay, so these are great for serving drinks or antipasti boards. Remember what we said about covering it with a greaseproof paper before using food, and enjoy.